Good evening, and welcome to our special football coverage, where tonight, all eyes are on a thrilling Premier League showdown between Bournemouth and Manchester City. The atmosphere inside the stadium was electric from the very beginning, as fans packed the stands, expecting drama, intensity, and world-class football. What followed was a high-energy contest filled with brilliant attacking play, tactical battles, emotional moments, and the kind of action that reminds everyone why the Premier League remains one of the most exciting competitions in world football. Manchester City arrived at the match, carrying pressure and expectation. Pep Guardiola's side knew every point mattered as the title race continued to heat up. Bournemouth, meanwhile, entered the game full of confidence after recent strong performances and were determined to challenge one of the biggest teams in Europe on their own ground. From the opening whistle, it was clear this was not going to be an easy evening for either side. The match began with Manchester City immediately taking control of possession. Their passing was sharp, quick, and confident. Rodri controlled the midfield with calm authority, while Kevin De Bruyne looked dangerous every time he touched the ball. Bournemouth stayed compact defensively, trying to limit space between the lines, but City's movement created early problems. Inside the first few minutes, Manchester City created their first major opportunity. Bernardo Silva drifted into space on the right side before delivering a low pass into the box. Erling Haaland made a powerful run toward goal and connected with the ball first time, but Bournemouth goalkeeper Neto reacted brilliantly to make an important save. The home crowd responded loudly, encouraging their players to remain focused under pressure. Bournemouth slowly began to settle into the match and looked threatening on the counter-attack. Dominic Solanke used his strength and movement well against the City defense, while Marcus Tavernier tried to create openings down the wing. One quick break nearly produced the opening goal after a dangerous cross flashed across the face of goal, but no Bournemouth player could apply the finishing touch. Manchester City continued dominating possession, but Bournemouth defended with discipline and intensity. Every tackle from the home side was celebrated loudly by the supporters. Pep Guardiola stood near the touchline, constantly giving instructions, demanding more movement and quicker passing from his players. The breakthrough finally arrived midway through the first half. Kevin De Bruyne received the ball near the edge of the penalty area and instantly spotted a gap in the Bournemouth defense. With incredible vision, he delivered a perfectly weighted pass toward Phil Foden. Foden controlled the ball beautifully before calmly finishing into the bottom corner. Manchester City players celebrated together, while Bournemouth supporters were left frustrated after resisting pressure for so long. The goal increased City's confidence. Their passing combinations became even more fluid, and Bournemouth struggled to regain possession for long periods. Jack Grealish caused problems on the left flank with clever dribbling, while Kyle Walker's overlapping runs added extra danger in attack. Despite trailing, Bournemouth refused to panic. Managerial instructions from the sideline encouraged the players to remain brave and continue attacking when opportunities appeared. That positive attitude nearly paid off moments later when Solanke found space inside the box and fired a powerful effort toward goal. Ederson, however, produced a strong save to preserve Manchester City's lead. As the first half progressed, the pace of the match increased dramatically. Challenges became stronger, tempers occasionally flared, and the crowd noise grew louder with every important moment. Bournemouth sensed there were opportunities to hurt City defensively, especially during transitions. Manchester City then produced another brilliant attacking move just before halftime. Bernardo Silva combined quickly with De Bruyne before slipping the ball into Haaland. The Norwegian striker used his physical strength to hold off a defender and unleash a powerful shot into the roof of the net. The away supporters erupted in celebration as City doubled their advantage with a clinical finish. At halftime, Manchester City entered the dressing room with a 2-goal lead. But everyone inside the stadium understood the game was far from over. Bournemouth had shown enough attacking quality to remain dangerous, and the second half promised even more excitement. The second half began with Bournemouth showing renewed energy and aggression. The home side pushed higher up the pitch and attempted to press Manchester City earlier in possession. That tactical adjustment immediately created problems for the visitors. Only minutes after the restart, Bournemouth nearly pulled a goal back. Ryan Christie intercepted a loose pass in midfield and quickly launched an attack. The ball eventually reached Tavernier, whose low shot forced another important save from Ederson. Bournemouth supporters sensed momentum beginning to shift. Manchester City responded by slowing the tempo and controlling possession once again. Rodri's composure became crucial as he dictated the rhythm of the match. Every time Bournemouth threatened to build pressure, City used intelligent passing to regain control. Then came one of the biggest moments of the night. Bournemouth launched another fast attack down the right wing before delivering a dangerous cross into the penalty area. Solanke rose highest and powered a header toward goal. The stadium exploded as the ball crossed the line, and Bournemouth reduced the deficit. Suddenly, the match had completely changed. The goal gave Bournemouth tremendous belief. The players pressed forward with energy, while the crowd created an incredible atmosphere. Manchester City looked slightly uncomfortable for the first time in the game, and Guardiola could be seen urging calm from the technical area. Bournemouth continued attacking with confidence and nearly equalized moments later. A clever through ball split the City defense and sent Solanke racing toward goal. Ederson rushed off his line and made a brave save at the striker's feet. It was a huge moment that prevented Bournemouth from leveling the score. Recognizing the danger, Guardiola decided to make tactical substitutions. Fresh legs entered the pitch as Manchester City aimed to regain stability and maintain control during the final stages of the contest. The substitutions helped City increase their intensity in midfield and improve defensive organization. Kevin De Bruyne once again demonstrated his quality with a series of dangerous passes that stretched Bournemouth's defense. One particularly brilliant delivery found Haaland inside the box, but the striker's shot narrowly missed the target. Bournemouth survived the scare and continued fighting. As the match entered the final 20 minutes, the intensity became even greater. Every challenge mattered, every attack carried danger. Bournemouth pushed numbers forward, searching for another goal, while Manchester City looked dangerous on the counter-attack. The home side created another excellent opportunity after a corner kick caused chaos inside the City penalty area. The ball bounced loose near the 6-yard box before being cleared desperately by Ruben Diaz. Bournemouth players appealed for handball, but after a brief check, play continued. Manchester City then produced a quick counter-attack that nearly ended the contest. Foden carried the ball through midfield at pace before releasing Julian Alvarez. The Argentine forward attempted a delicate chip over the goalkeeper, but the effort drifted just wide of the post. With time running out, Bournemouth refused to surrender. The players continued pressing aggressively and attacking every loose ball. The supporters remained fully behind the team, creating deafening noise around the stadium. In the final minutes, Manchester City showed the composure and experience that has defined Guardiola's era. The players controlled possession intelligently, slowed the tempo when necessary, and avoided unnecessary risks. Rodri and De Bruyne worked tirelessly in midfield to protect the lead. Bournemouth still managed one final opportunity deep into stoppage time. A long ball into the box created confusion before the ball fell kindly for a Bournemouth attacker near goal. The shot, however, flew over the crossbar, bringing massive relief for Manchester City supporters. Moments later, the referee blew the final whistle. Manchester City players celebrated an important victory, while Bournemouth received applause from their fans for a brave and determined performance. It had been a contest full of quality, drama, and excitement from start to finish. Speaking after the match, Pep Guardiola praised his team's mentality and composure under pressure. He highlighted the importance of controlling difficult moments and credited Bournemouth for making the game extremely challenging. Bournemouth's manager also received praise for his tactical approach and the fighting spirit shown by his players. Despite the defeat, there were many positives to take from the performance, particularly the team's attacking intent and refusal to give up against one of the strongest sides in Europe. Kevin De Bruyne was widely considered one of the standout performers of the evening. His vision, passing range and creativity constantly troubled Bournemouth throughout the match. Erling Haaland once again proved why he remains one of the most feared strikers in world football, with another clinical display in front of goal. For Bournemouth, Dominic Solanke delivered an impressive performance filled with energy, movement, and determination. His goal brought the home side back into the contest, and his overall display caused multiple problems for the City defense. Football analysts after the match focused heavily on the tactical battle between the two managers. Manchester City's patient possession style faced a serious challenge from Bournemouth's aggressive pressing and direct attacking transitions. The game showcased two very different football philosophies competing at the highest level. The result carried major importance for Manchester City in the Premier League title race. Every victory remains crucial as competition at the top of the table continues to intensify. Guardiola's side knows consistency.